Hey everybody, this is the Rock and Roll Reverend. I apologize, I haven't made a video since the whole Kim Davis situation, which is, I believe, about a year ago. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into this gorilla controversy. So if you haven't heard by now, there was an incident at a Cincinnati zoo in which a 3-year-old child ended up falling into the gorilla exhibit, and one of the gorillas ended up going up to the child, grabbing him, and dragging him quite a ways, actually. I'll show you the video. And in response to this, the zookeepers ended up shooting the gorilla and killing him, which has sparked all of this controversy.
Oh my god!
Isaiah?
Everybody back up. I think he's trying to switch.
Okay. Mommy loves you. I'm right here.
I think he's just trying to take care of it.
My son fell into you.
No, he's playing with it. He's playing. He's playing it. No. Please protect him.
Please protect him. Isaiah, be calm. Be calm.
Good.
Be calm. Be calm.
Oh my god. Oh my god, are they coming? Are they coming?
There's the zoo worker.
I've heard people complaining that they should have just let the child die. It was the mother's fault for letting their child get in the pen. In response, mothers have gone and said, you know, it is easy to let go of your children for a moment and have them somewhere where they shouldn't be. Every parent probably knows this, and I've been around children and I can sympathize. The zookeepers have responded to the criticism basically saying, look, we did what we think is right. So here's where I stand on all this. First of all and foremost, it is extremely unfortunate that this happened. Period. For everybody involved. I mean, who knows what the child could be going through? Could you imagine being that close and being dragged like that by a gorilla? I would have some issues after that. I don't know, maybe the kid is very resilient within himself, but the mother as well. The gorilla obviously died. Horrendously unfortunate that this had to have happened. Horrible accident, and that's what it was. It was an accident on many people's part. Now, we could argue, you know, maybe the zoo should have had better security. Maybe the mother should have been paying better attention. From what I read, she was paying attention to many other children. What I find unfortunate about the aftermath and the controversy surrounding this is that instead of all of us coming together and looking at how we could avoid this, we divide ourselves up into groups and we fight amongst ourselves. You know, we have, I'm standing up for mothers, I'm standing up for the gorilla, I'm standing up for the child, I'm, you know, standing up for the zoo. I think that it was an absolute accident. In the case of the zoo, you don't just let a person die on your property, you know. People can say what they want, but the zoo is devoted to the safety of their customers, right? You don't just let a gorilla tear a child apart on the part of the zookeeper. You cannot possibly expect them to just sit there and let it happen. It's unfortunate that it happened. It's so sad. It's so terrible, and it should be avoided, but we are not going to avoid this by dividing ourselves and fighting amongst ourselves. We are going to avoid this by studying, what happened, what went wrong, and how to avoid it. Policy-wise, security-wise, whatever we got to do. We got to look at the situation and solve the problem, instead of pointing the finger and trying to find a scapegoat, as is human nature to always do. I'm the Rock and Roll Reverend. A quick thank you to everybody who has continued to subscribe to me and like my videos and share my videos, and who has supported me from the very beginning and onward. I very much appreciate your support. I'm working on making more videos. This is the first one, this is the first step, and I'm planning on having some more come out. Thank you again so much. I will see you guys later. You can like my Facebook page, you can subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet. I will be back. See you guys later.